All right, everyone, back again. I would like to announce, though, that overnight I got a sponsor, and this video is going to be sponsored by no one. No One is a great product. It never interferes with your life or others. It doesn't talk. It doesn't bug you. It doesn't wake you up. It's just a great product all around. So I strongly suggest you all try No One. So there's about 15 bills that I've gone over the past couple days, and I'm going to call them virtue signaling bills, okay? Because I find them hilarious because a lot of them have to do with like Congress checking themselves. And like they actually did introduce a bill to where Congress would not get paid if the government shut down, and it was relative to GDP, I believe. I'll have to go back and look at it, but it was along that line. And there's a bunch of other ones. And it's hilarious, and keep them in mind, because if you hear about something like that, if anyone ever hears about a bill introduced and the media is talking about it and it involves Congress bettering themselves, do not buy into it. That should be a flag. Number one, that's a distraction. So, because we all know that Congress will not do it. They're not going to implement laws to check themselves. So that would require integrity, which leads me into this. So this is one that was introduced to prohibit deceptive acts or practices in connection with public health emergencies resulting from COVID. Deceptive acts or practices, I mean, that can vary from anything, but what I found funny is, deceptive and deceiving people. Do you ever think that they'll introduce a bill that prohibits the media from deceptive acts or practices? I mean, if they fact checked you or they fact check themselves or whatnot, they're prohibiting themselves from deceiving people. But a way you can get around that, and this was prevalent in the election with the media protecting Joe Biden, is if you want to deceive people, you just don't put the information out. That's all there is to it. So, and I mean, it's a clear example is Joe Biden dodging the draft, just like Trump did. They both got the same deferments, whatever. So, but the media ripped Trump on it and never once mentioned Biden. Not even Fox News. Fox News never even brought that up. So that should have been people's first clue right there that Fox is trash. But I'm all for freedom of the press. But you know how people say, well, freedom of speech does not mean freedom from consequences. Well, shouldn't that be the same with the press? Why do the press get special privileges? Because just because they have the title press, aren't they still exercising their rights to free speech? So why aren't they held accountable for what they say? It makes no sense. And I know to a lot of you it does, because I do trust that most of you have a cognitive ability to decipher all this stuff. But unfortunately, you still got identity politics people who are just so clung to one side of the aisle or the other that they just refuse to acknowledge things, and it's pretty bad. So, and lastly, like I've said on my other videos, and I do a hashtag on Parler, low quality video, high quality info. Look, I'm not, like I told you, I'm not doing this for the money, guys. I'm not trying to get rich or start merchandising, and as long as I can help it, I mean, YouTube controls it, but I don't ever want ads on my videos. I don't care. I don't care about the money. I know a lot of people out there are suffering, and I'm not getting into my financial situation, but I'm not. So, and, I had a comment, someone told me to get a different camera, which I understand. I'm well aware of my shitty quality of videos. It's not lost on me, but I don't feel it's necessary in order to get my point across. So, if people would just learn to be happy with what they have, that's all that matters. So you should at least be happy that someone is putting out the information in a fair way. You know, like I said, I mean, I'll put some bias or some spin on some stuff sometimes, but you know, I've numerous times I have admitted if I was wrong or whatnot, so I have no problem with that. But so I hope you all continue to suffer through my poor quality videos.